What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Wells. It's been a while since I've done a live video here on YouTube, but welcome to the channel. I am a fellow collector and comic book reader since I was about 10 years old, which was like 37 years ago. So anyway, I'm here in Northern California, and we are just hanging out on a Tuesday. No mail ran yesterday, obviously, for President's Day. So today, lots of stuff came in, including the Comic Tom 101 mystery mail call. So we're going to open that up first, and then I got another small package in the mail of some Nintendo Valiant comics that actually gets me a little bit closer to my ultimate goal of one of everything, at least. And lots of doubles and stuff for me to trade off later. And then on Sunday, me and the wife went to an antique, outside antique fair locally. It's about 25 minutes away from here, but enough local. And there have been many times, it's once a month, and many times that I have gone and I haven't bought anything because there hasn't been anything. But there were a few months there that the outside antique fair was canceled. So I anticipated a lot more dealers there this time with hopefully some comics. And we did. So I got a pretty healthy stack of books, and I'll be sharing all of those with you as soon as I open up these other two little packages. Excited about those books and excited to show you. So let's open up this Comic Tom 101 mystery mail call. And I've been doing the mail call with Comic Tom's mail call for probably well over a year and a half. I would say now it's been that long, and there's enough value in these to keep me doing it. And I did get the new package finally. Last month I did not get the new box, but I did get the new box this time. So I'm gonna put that over there. And there's enough going on here that Tom gets in terms of kind of variants and exclusives that makes it worth me still getting this, even though I have never gotten a very any big book out of it. And sometimes after the few exclusives that you do get, there's not much in terms of things that you get. Maybe one or two books extra than that, which are usually no more than a couple bucks. And so this month, this is the card that comes with it. You can kind of see the exclusives. There's a Stray Dogs exclusive, and there is a Thor exclusive. It's and then there's the kids book, which is the Space Cadet, and that's also on here. And that is a print run of 3,000. So if you want to know what is exact print runs of these books, it's very, very easy. Tom puts those on his Instagram page with the exact print count, because there are damages and there are things that come up that they're just not sure if they can put one in every box. And so he's very transparent about that. There's exclusives with virgins and things like that. And it looks like there is a third wave 99 exclusive that's in here that is very low print. And I did pull up those numbers. There's also a Hell Sonia cover by Dynamite that is not listed on here. And there's 3 different versions of that. And we'll see here if I got one. That the third wave 99 Karate Kid homage cover has a print run of only 216. So only 216 of those are in this mystery mail call, and there's well over 2,400 people getting these mail calls. Here's, of course, the Catwoman. That's on the back side. Pretty cool. And then a comic tag. Each month he puts one of these Scout Comics comic tags inside of each of the boxes. And these are pretty cool. they're basically a full trade paperback once you put the code in and you go to the spot that's on here, and it's very cool way of promoting and getting a lot of material into people's hands. And what I usually do with these is on an eBay sale here or there, I'll just randomly pop one of these into a someone who buys something out of my store. Not necessarily that I got in the mystery mail call, but you know what I mean. So, all right, let's see what we got here. All right, so the first book is The Space Cadet, and this is Space Cadet #1. This is the kids' book that Tom puts in there each month. I think this is like the 6th month now, if I'm not mistaken, 6, maybe 7, that he's been doing a kids' book in each one of these boxes. I don't have any young kids anymore in the house. They're all 18, 20, and my 18-year-old is in Long Beach, so he's not reading these. But it's very cool for him to add these in there because I know that there's a lot of collectors out there that have young kids and that would be interested in that. And it looks like I got a golden ticket. So it's been a few months since I got one of these golden tickets. Basically what this is CBCS and Tom, Comic Tom, have teamed up, and you add this with 4 books. This is for modern books, okay? And they'll grade 4 and get you 1 for free. So that's what this is. And there is a expiration date on it. This one is April 30th. So I got a little bit of time on that one for sure. Here is the Stray Dogs. This is the exclusive that is in every one of these mail calls this month. And this is the Stray Dogs copy. It's what's cool is it's definitely I Know What You Did Last Summer homage. So it's continuing the homages that have been going around for a while. And those, I love the Crow one. That was the second printing of number, I think 5 or something like that issue. But this one is very cool, Stray Dogs. You got your Whatnot print, which is a very cool Batman. So that is thrown in here. These are individually numbered. This one has a 2,500 print run, and this is number 235, as you can see right there, 235. All right, let's flip another one here. All right, look at that. An Immortal Hulk Shattered cover. This is a variant. I'm fairly certain, issue 16. So something I wasn't, I don't know, I like it. I'm gonna probably keep this into my collection or throw it up on something else. Here is another one of the prints. This is pretty badass right there, if you ask me. Look at that. There's 1,500 of these made. Wow, that's pretty cool. Very cool Spawn, King Spawn, and I got 941 on that, so very nice. Here is the Thor exclusive that is in each one of the boxes of the Comic Tom 101. Sorry for the glare there. I'm not trying to do that. So very cool of that. And then, oh, I got one of them. The Dynamite exclusive that's actually not even on the form. So which one is this? Luckily I put the one that's over here. Okay, so this is the one that is a mail call. This is the 666 one. So there's 666 of these that were put into the mail call. So very cool. I got one of the lower mystery exclusives in my box, and that's very awesome. I'm very happy about that. Here's a very okay. The extra book that is come in there is Justice League, and this is issue 48. This is a 1991 book. Thing with these books that he throws in, they're usually in very nice shape, and they do put them. They used to put them in a lot nicer bags of boards, but bags of boards are hard to come by right now. So this is an Adam Hughes cover, and so that's the only thing going for that cover right there. All right, so there's the mystery mail call from Comic Tom. Very cool. Very happy I got that thing done, and So I'm super excited about that. All right, so this other package came in the mail, and as you know, many of you know by seeing my videos that I do. I've been actively the last few years been buying the Nintendo comics that Valiant put out over 30 years ago, and I was doing it before it was cool to do it, but I was doing it nonetheless. And so there was an eBay seller that doesn't normally sell comics, and what he was selling were like Nintendo lots. This is it's a big friggin' envelope to put books in, but he did package it pretty well. Um, so he had some Nintendo books up in lots, and you don't see too often lots of Nintendo books. So there was an opportunity here to get some books, and so these are the ones that I got. So the first group here is Super Mario Brothers. This is issue 4, and there were 2 copies of the same book. These are newsstands, by the way, and you can tell because one, the cover price is $1.50, not $1.95, and it's standard newsprint stock instead of the glossy covers that we're used to seeing on the Nintendo books. And that's the same all the way around. Yeah, these really do need some cleaning. This is Nintendo Comic System issue 5. 2 more of these bad boys. So that was one of the lots that I got from him. Those 4 books. And the one I'm more interested in, I paid a little bit more for this group. And then in the other lot, we got Nintendo Comic System Game Boy. I think this is issue 3. As you could tell, this needs a nice little cleaning. Here is Super Mario Brothers 4. These are all newsstands. Here is Adventures of the Super Mario Brothers number 1. There were a couple copies of 4, so that's 2 issues of number 4. Here is number 3. Here is number 5 of Super Mario. This book here is a very tough book to find in high grade, mainly because of the black cover, but there's only 6 copies even graded. It's a very tough book to get in high grade for sure. And I was able to get 2 of those in that group, that lot. The real reason I really wanted this lot was to finish my Nintendo collection. I've got nothing but Zelda books to get left. So this is the last issue of the Zelda book, issue 5. And this is the newsstand. And I needed it for the collection. And I've seen these selling in the $50 to $60 range anyway by themselves. So this was a chance for me to get 2 of them. And honestly, they were the nicest shape of this whole lot. So the other ones that I got in here besides Super Mario 5, these 2 are pretty beat up. A lot of worn on them, but I can use that as trade bait for other things that I may want. So that's how I looked at it and was like, all right, I could do that. So pick those up, and so that just helps. I think I have 3 books left to finish the Nintendo collection now after that came in today. So very cool. So on Sunday morning, me and the wife get up very, very early to go to an outside antique fair. And it had not been around because of COVID for the last couple months. And so we get up pretty early to do that. It starts at 7, and it's also close to a half an hour to get there. And we wanted to make sure, because she collects Pyrex and I, of course, have comics. And so we get there pretty early, even before they're done setting up. I mean, honestly, we're there first. But there's a reason for that, because we want to be first on that stuff, because you just don't know what you're going to miss if you're not there early. There's always people walking around there early and getting deals and stuff like that. So we thought, it's been a few months, let's go do it. And so I came away with a stack. And I mean, you saw in the picture leading up to this, the stack. It's a lot. So I'm going to go through these real quick. All of these books I got from 3 separate dealers there at this antique fair. They were all $1 or less. So keep that in mind when you see these books. And then here we go. All right. So first book on the stack is a Marvel Milestones Marvel Premiere 3. So it's a reprint of a very important issue of Doctor Strange written by Barry Windsor Smith, and it's awesome. I love that book. The original, at least. But for what it was and what I got it for, I'm not complaining. Here's a great Zatanna cover of JLA that was in that group. Here's a random Hulk issue. Now, not a lot of these are bags and boards, I will admit, but here's a Hulk issue that I got out of that group. The Marvel Masterworks cards, they came out with these comics in the 90s as well to commemorate them. And that is what this is. This is issue number 2. So that was in there. Some 70s. Here is Human Fly. This is issue 17. This is close to the end of the run, but pick this up, like I said, less than $1 or so. Here's a Golden Age book that was in there, Herbie, issue 12. So not taking anything to the bank here, but not a bad day to buy a Golden Age book for $1 or less, So along the Marvel theme, we've got Nova 12. I was kind of excited to see this book in there because it's not a book that you see very often, and it's gotten very hot lately. It's the first appearance of White Tiger, and this is Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man number 9. So very cool book. As you can see, I haven't really bagged and boarded them yet because I wanted to do this video, and I just wanted to be the way I found them. Here's a very cool Wonder Woman issue, bondage cover, if you're into the bondage covers. And I am struggling to find the right spot there. But this is issue 219, so why not? Here is a Weird War, DC horror title from the 70s. This is issue number 17. I just love that cover. It's a badass cover. It is very cool. Here's The Secrets of the Sinister House. Like this cover as well. This is issue 14. So this was another book that I got for $1 or less. Here's Combat Kelly, number 3, The Deadly Dozen. Just a nice, Bronze Age book that I have other issues of this run. It's not a very long run. It's like less than 10 issues, but this will just help me get that completed. Here is a House of Secrets. House of Secrets 146. I just like these horror covers. They're just pretty cool. And for $1 or less, I'll just pick them up all day long. Why not? Here is the Crypt of Shadows, number 3. No, I'm sorry, 6. Another one of those Marvel horror titles from the 70s. These are getting increasingly harder to find a nice grade. And they're full of reprints from the 50s when Marvel was publishing this type of horror back in those Atlas days and stuff. So some cool stuff there. Here's an oddball one. Grimm Fairy Tales, the animated one-shot special. It's like, why not? Look, there's some value in the Grimm Fairy Tales. It's a niche market, obviously, but they're out there. And when I set up for shows, I do have people look for them, and so it's nice to throw one that's not in my box already back into that box area and somebody see it. Got all new Adventure Comics right here. This is issue 426. And then on the opposite side is Secret Origins, another 70s issue from DC, issue number 4. Here is a Superman issue. This is issue 314. Little Flash and Green Lantern there on the ground as Superman is like, ah! So, again, these were all picked up for $1 or less. There's Sea Devils 29. Nice little book to pick up by DC. I was a little surprised, I will say. Well, here's Avengers 159. So another Avengers book. I'll always pick up Avengers books of that era for $1 or less. So there are a few Marvel premieres in here. You know, Marvel Premiere 19. No, I did not get Colleen Wing's first appearance for $1 or less. But here's the third appearance of Iron Fist that I picked up. In addition to the second appearance of Iron Fist. And these are actually in pretty good shape. I mean, they're, first appearance of Iron Fist is an expensive book, but they're out there. And to get these for $1 or less is a no-brainer. I mean, at the time I was picking these out of the box, I did not know that they were $1 or less at the time. But there was a lot of stuff out there that was just beat or missing pages or the cover was torn off or something. And even then, I'm like, eh. All right, so these are increasingly getting harder and harder to find. Here is The Treehouse of Horror by Bongo. This is issue 3. Yep, issue 3. And these are definitely ones that are getting looked at now and command a nice little premium, especially on eBay. Not so much at shows yet, but on the online platforms, they do very well. Here is a Secret Invasions number 4, the variant. And anytime I can pick up a Secret Invasions variant, since we're obviously getting Secret Invasion as a story for Disney Plus, and it's a variant, and it's $1 or less, I pick it up. I just love this book. This is the Powder Toast Man special, 1-issue special, and it's just one of those ones when I see it, I just always pick it up if it's cheap and just stash it away. Here's Wolverine 79. It is a newsstand, as you can see right there. Iconic cover. Not as iconic as many of the others, but still an iconic cover. And for $1 or less, duh. Luke Cage Power Man. This is issue 34. Any 70s Marvel, duh, of course I'm going to pick it up. Here's a Charlton book. This is Vengeance Squad number 1. Vengeance Squad, of course. There you go. Pretty nice shape for what it is. And for $1 or less, it's a no-brainer. There's another Luke Cage Power Man from the 70s, issue 32. Here's Iron Fist in his own title, issue 4. Phantom Stranger. Just love that cover. That's a really great cover. This is issue 36. Again, these were all in a box that were $1 or less. Another Phantom Stranger. Great cover. This is issue 35. Here's the very short-lived Atlas Comics. This is Police Action, issue 3. There might have been a 4th issue of this, but I think this is the last issue of this book. Might be another one. When I find the Atlas Comics, again, very niche market, but still a very cool book to pick up. And speaking of Atlas, here's another Atlas with Planet of Vampires, issue 3. bondage cover. Obviously, she's being hailed there. Here is Mr. Miracle. This is issue 20. Cop Lady. It's the DC #1, first issue special, Lady Cop. So this was also in a box. I had to pick that up. One of the biggest books I found in there, and it's not in the greatest shape. I know it is bagged, but it is a Nova 1. And it's nice to have a book like this at a show, have a lower grade copy in addition to a higher grade copy on the wall. Because then when somebody asks me for the higher grade copy price, they're always like, oh, it's expensive. Well, yeah, it's a high grade copy of Nova 1, but I do have a low grade copy, and it is cheaper, but it is still a low grade copy. So this is going to fit that bill. And for $1 or less, no brainer. Some Watchmen were in there. I always pick up Watchmen. There's always people who love Watchmen, and they keep trying to do something with Watchmen all the time in media, so why not? Here is Creatures on the Loose. Ooh, crazy hair right there. Creatures on the Loose 34 with Man Wolf. So that was also in a box. And pick that up. Here's one to look for, my friends, if you're out even at a comic shop. So this is Looney Tunes, a print run of about 3,400, and Pepe Le Pew, who's been kind of taken out of his normalcy with Warner Brothers because he is not PC for obvious reasons nowadays. But I couldn't pass his cover up, so I picked that one up. A couple Miss Marvels from the 70s. Issue 8. Issue 5. Well, let's take 5 down. And then issue 9. So those 3 were also in one of those boxes. Another Mr. Miracle, some Jack Kirby goodness. Mr. Miracle 11. Some more Watchmen. And try and speed up here a little bit. Some more Watchmen. Strange Sports #1. One of those odd titles from DC in the 70s, but still very cool. Captain Savage and the what is it? Leatherneck Raiders. Nice. So this is issue 8. And this is the case where you can tell the browning on these Marvel books. This is usually when I was much younger. This was the browning that was always evident on Marvel books from the late 60s, early 70s. Not early 70s, but late 60s, that time frame. And they were always like that. Brittle, not in the greatest of shape. Here's a Weird War Tales. This is issue 49. Just love that cover. Another horror cover. Marvel's Worlds Unknown #4. It's more of that 70s Marvel horror. Here's Batman Detective Comics. This is issue 468. That was in there. Another Looney Tunes. Some Scooby-Doo. This is when Harvey had the Scooby-Doo license, so they put out a #1, and this is that #1. I'm calling it the classics. And here is issue 3 of Strange Sports. Another #1 is Strange Sports. And this one, Erratic #1. Kari Andrews. And so he writes and draws this book and was like, you know what? Why not? Pick it up. It's for what I got it for, it's not any gamble, that's for dang sure. Electro the Assassin. This is issue 8. Some Bill Sienkiewicz goodness on that. Power Man 25. I was happy with this one. There's a little Machine Man #1. Nothing wrong with that. Masters of Kung Fu. This is issue 25 and 23. So that was also in there. Some more Watchmen. Here is some Hack and Slash 3. What If 79. Suicide Squad 44. Black Magic #3. That's a great cover. Love that cover. A little creepy. Red Circle Comics. This is Archie. And honestly, this is Gary Morrow's cover, and it's so awesome. I mean, look at that. Early 70s. This is when Archie was doing some of their horror stuff, in addition to all their Betty and Veronica's and all that stuff. So I had to pick that one up. And here's another one of their titles at that same time, Sorcery. Some beautiful art on these. It's issue 9. Here's Marvel's War is Hell, issue 15. Issue 13. Nice high grade copy of the Shadow 4. Yeah, Shadow 4. I know, it's weird how I can get those, and then this is in the same kind of area, you know, little turtles. This is Splinter, issue 5, the Micro series. Little second issue of Gru from Atlas. Pacific Comics. I'm sorry, Pacific Comics. Here's the Flash 232, one of their giant 100-page specials. Here's Elric #1. I've got a few of these now. There was some buzz not too long ago about him popping up in a film or something by it. So here's Alex Ross's first comic book art in a comic book, Terminator: The Burning Earth, issue 1. This is Alex Ross's first ever printed comic book art. So that was cool to find for $1 or less. Here's Captain Marvel, issue 45. Here's The Walking Dead before The Walking Dead. Yes, this is like 80s, late 80s Walking Dead. This didn't have a very long life to it, but it is The Walking Dead, and it's in issue 1. My favorite candy is Reese's Pieces. And this isn't Reese's Pieces, but it's called Reese's Pieces. And this is issue 1 of Reese's Pieces. And mainly because that was the last name. That was the name of the artist. So, Superman Adventures 52. As that title ended at the end of the 60s, so those books are smaller front run. Tower of Shadows, another Marvel, 15 center. It's issue 5. That was in there. Here's Master of Kung Fu, #21. Here is 24, 20, 18, 42. It's another copy of that Adventure Comics. I think 426. And I guess I grabbed one or a few, 2 of those, and then another one of those Secret Origins, the same one. It's Wanted #3. Radioactive Man #1. This book got hot for a little bit, and still commands a nice little price. And why not another Radioactive Man issue? Now these always do well, especially the gold key ones. But Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? This is issue 6. This was also I was very excited to pull this out of the box. And this is the last book that I'm going to show you because that's all that I got. But super excited about this. I do have another Nintendo book coming, graded from Shortbox. That should be here. Well, I ordered it on the 16th, and it still hasn't gotten to the post office apparently. So anyway, make your own judgment. I usually don't have an issue with. I got it such a great price. I'm not worried about it. But so I think I have 3 left. 3 Zelda books left, and then I will have all of them. So let me know what you guys think of my pickups, the mystery mail call, those Nintendo books. Let me know below in the comments, and please smash that like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you get a chance to. It's right there next to that like button. Why not do it? And that way you will get to know when I put out a new video, a whole video like this, or any other thing that's going on. I am writing a new article for Shortbox, and that is coming out very soon. And they've had one of my articles since December, and it still hasn't been printed yet. So I don't know what is going on with that. But it'll be coming out soon, I hope. And that is about the crowdedness of the MCU. Because let's face it, there's so many superheroes now in the MCU. It feels like they just hang out on all the street corners. It's not really super to be a superhero in the MCU anymore. And so what Marvel can do to change that, what they can do to bring the fanatical back, the awe and wonder of superhero in our everyday world, because it does seem that there is a superhero on every corner somewhere. And so Marvel is going to have an issue with that. They don't have it right now, but they are going to have an issue with that in time, especially after the X-Men get introduced and the Fantastic Four and things like that. So let me know what you guys think of the video below. Please hit that like button, and appreciate y'all. And if you're watching this on the rewind, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. Hey, nice to see you, Jason. Right when I'm leaving, right when I'm done. Check out my pickups from over the weekend and some other great stuff. And hope to see you guys very soon. Thank you.